do the intro while we're parked up. Hello and welcome to SULKNATIONtv. In this episode, we are finally together.
Yeah.
Not as in me and Ed are a couple, that's not what I mean.
Together
forever. We're together in the
Lucy logo!
I was going to say Honda logo, but we are in the Honda logo together. We have some daylight, and we're going to take it for a first drive. Ed can let me know what he thinks of his experience of the car so far, and I can give you guys a bit of a feedback to just how this feels.
Yeah, and
how good is it?
I don't know, we'll find out, but we are both rocking our Von Dutch hats today.
We are, yeah.
I've got my new one on.
Yeah, Von Dutch, yeah, you want to sponsor the channel, Von Dutch?
They should sponsor, they should sponsor us.
They should, yeah. And we both have exactly, I've got one of these and one of those.
And I have a Thrive.
Yeah, Ed's got one more than me, so.
Yeah. And we've got a special guest, haven't we, today?
We have got a special guest.
Should we show everyone the special guest?
Yeah.
She's fast asleep because she's been walked and fed, but this is Cookie the pug. Look at that face.
Oh, what a beautiful little girl.
Look at that.
What a beautiful
She's 15 weeks at time of video in.
Oh.
She's both. And you can hear her snoring, look. What does she... Welcome to Pug Nation TV. She's very sulky looking, isn't she, actually? Look at her face. She's a little sulker.
She suits the channel.
She's a sulk dog.
Let's get this show on the road.
Good girl.
Let's do it.
Plenty of Cookie action to come. Don't know if the viewers can see, but I've put majority of the back interior in, my love.
Yeah. Well, what we'll do, we'll cut to some more enjoyable. Let's just look at the car footage in a second. Yeah,
big thanks to Matty, who owned this logo before Rich, the last owner.
Yeah.
Got in contact with him. He had majority of the pieces from when he stripped it all out.
Yeah.
I don't know why Rich didn't pick it up. Well, I think Rich said he didn't really want it. But also Matty found, I think he was sitting in the loft or somewhere, it doesn't matter, massive folder of receipts and booklets and invoices.
That's always great.
So I've got a really good history on the logo now.
That's really good.
And I just need rear interior.
And it only cost 350 quid.
Well, yeah, he wasn't going to charge me for a car's bits.
No. That's what I mean though. The car only cost 350 quid.
Yeah.
And now you've got all of the interior back for free and the history of the car.
Yeah, amazing.
Which
so I'm over the moon. And so how does a logo drive? Not very well, to be honest. This is an honest review. Yeah. I love this car to absolute bits, but it handles like a bag of shite. And I think a lot of the owners will say, yes it does, Ed, you are absolutely right. Purely because I just don't know why this car is set up so poorly. It does feel,
to be fair, we've only gone around a couple of corners together, and it does feel, it feels like the weight is too high.
Yeah, and the only solution, mate, would be coilovers, I believe, because they didn't make anything else for this car.
No.
It is on lowering springs, 50mm. I can't remember the brand, but that was from my last video. Watch that one.
Yeah.
And yeah, there's no poke. Like I said, it's 63 horsepower.
We're about to go from a 40 to a 60. Let's just see the swift ability of this car as we hit the 60 mile an hour.
So I'm going to drop it down into what I'm in fourth, and then we'll go third because we're.
So let's see.
And then there's noise.
Yeah,
there's a lot of noise.
It's quite nice.
And then I don't fancy going any.
It doesn't.
I don't fancy going a bit more around these corners.
No, it did lose a little bit of grip as it accelerated towards that corner there.
Come on, Betsy! Come on, Lucy! Come on, Lucy! Lucy! And that's how I feel. That's how comfortable I feel.
It's comfortable to sit in.
The seats are nice, mate.
I like where I am. Where I am. It's nice.
Massive screen.
Yeah, big windscreen. You've got your rear view mirror attached finally.
Yeah.
I mean, I really like the aesthetic of the car. The interior is very cool. Yeah. The exterior is wicked. It's a nice small car. But yeah, there's something wrong with the way it's weighted.
It's not a driver's car, mate. And obviously you've got big yet. You've got the Accord, which we're making really driver focused. The S2000, one of the best driver's car you can ever drive.
Yeah.
Maybe that's making me think maybe that's making me a bit too harsh on Lucy logo. It's because I flip between an absolute ultimate driving machine, which was built around a person, to something that was just a little stopgap between developing a Honda Jazz. So maybe I'm a bit harsh, but I think the consensus is yes, they do handle poorly, and maybe my choice of words of dog shit or shit is a bit too harsh.
I think it's a little bit too harsh. I mean, I've been in worse handling small cars.
Yeah, and all it is,
but then I've also owned much better handling cars that aren't aren't a million miles away size-wise. But yeah, it does.
It's just wallowing. It's wallowing.
Yeah, the weight is real. The transfer of weight is really odd.
Yeah,
it's not. You'd expect this car with the size and having a short wheelbase to sort of hang on a bit more. Yeah, but it doesn't.
I don't know. We'll have to research it and maybe put it up in the comments.
The longer that you own it, the more we'll get to know about it. So.
I don't know if it's got double wishbone suspension or a rear torsion beam like the FN2 did. We'll have to look into it when I take a wheel off and put some brakes on it. But if it wasn't for the EP3 steering wheel, because I think that makes a difference for me, like it's smaller, holding it, I'd feel like I'd be really steering a ship. Yeah.
It feels like when I first got the Accord and it was the rally spec suspension, the really high suspension.
Yeah.
This feels more boaty than that did. Like, and that's a weird thing.
Yeah. I'm comfortable now in the S2000 where I can put at the back a bit, as you've witnessed.
Yes, I have witnessed it.
I don't dare do anything like this in this car. No. I don't trust it. But it's wrapped on those nice tyre proxies.
Exactly. So you know that when you've done some more modifications to the car, that you've got the tyres there already. Yeah. You've got the ability to get the handling up. I think it is. I expected it to be not amazing in the corners, but I expected it to be far more tight, and it doesn't feel tight.
It's not, mate. I
mean, I'm watching you correcting the line as we're driving, and it's.
I can't.
You wouldn't normally do that in a car of this size.
I can't. If I point an angle, I'm aiming for it and I have to adjust again.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's power steering, mate. I think it's like is it electrically assisted steering?
Could quite.
I haven't noticed it, but again, when we get to know the car, we'll find out.
Exactly.
But it doesn't feel like power steering. I can't feel the road. I feel like I'm being helped, and it's false.
So it's very vague.
Yeah. But the gears are nice. Now I've got the short shifter in. The gears are very nice. Throttle is quite receptive. But it's just you just don't want to.
You've got to sort of be just a little bit more careful than you would think you would need to be.
In the summer, I'm maybe a bit more open-minded to pushing a bit further. But on these like semi-slick roads we've got during January, where there's a bit of salt on there, there's maybe a bit of ice because it's been minus figures.
Yeah.
I'm just a bit. But it has a nice roar when I put my foot down now.
It does. It sounds wicked.
And then there's a corner, I'm like, oh shit. And then, look, I've got to do two sort of. Two takes.
Yeah.
2 takes sort of thing.
And you'd think it would just hang on because of the short wheelbase.
Yeah, but I don't know. It is fun. Don't get me wrong, it's a fun little car. But
you're going to make it more fun.
But at the minute, it's not a driver's car.
It's not driver focused at this moment in time.
reversing.
Doing a reverse.
You know why I can reverse now, Alex?
Oh, why can you reverse?
Because I got a rear view mirror. Oh. 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 So we're driving back, aren't we?
Yeah.
You've been a good little girl. Yes, you have. You're so adorable. Do not pug and drive. I do not endorse pugging and driving.
No, do not pug and drive.
But when she's this cute, I just can't resist her. I wonder if people can see her on my lap. She's not on my lap. She's in a really nice little dog basket that's attached to the car, and she's nothing to do with me.
In a dog harness.
Yeah, it just happens to be. It looks like she's on my lap, licking my chin.
But no, that's definitely not doing that.
So she's done a wee, so she's not going to mess in your car.
No, thankfully, because we're filming another video after this one.
Yes.
To
you lucky people!
Yeah.
What a lucky bunch of people!
Because we've got daylight and some time.
The living daylights. Who's Bond in that? I know.
I can't
Timothy Dalton.
Timothy Dalton.
Yeah, I actually liked him as Bond.
I quite like Timothy Dalton.
I liked him more in Flash as
Prince
Baron.
That's
yes.
Right, yeah.
And it had this is our movie hour. You remember Crystal Maze, the bold guy? What was he called?
Richard
O'Brien.
O'Brien, that's right. Yeah.
He was one of the treatment.
He was,
wasn't he? Yeah. And he helped Flash escape.
Yeah, he did.
What a great film that is. Gordon's alive.
So that's
a good Brian Blessed.
That is a good Brian Blessed.
Drive.
And we're hitting a 60-mile-an-hour bit of road again, and
we're not going 60.
We're not. Because I think this car feels really nice.
Yeah.
It feels comfortable.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel performance, but that isn't a bad thing, because it means
not designed to be, mate. It's not designed.
But what you want to do to it, and what we think we can get what we can get done on the channel, is going to make it far more driver focused.
A lot coming on here.
100%.
Coilovers, maybe that D16 one day.
Yeah, the engine swap is definitely a possibility.
Apparently it's straight in, straight out, so something I can cut my teeth on maybe.
And the thing is, the car, for what you paid for it, the history that you've now got for it, and the fact that you've got, and we haven't said this yet, the steering wheel, the EP3 steering wheel.
Oh, it's a Momo.
It is a Momo one, which means, from information from Dale on a mission, Momo, that it's potentially an imported one.
So JDM EP3.
Yep.
If not, definitely DC5.
Yeah, because the standard EP3 steering wheels don't have Momo.
Like Homer, he goes Mo.
So another little awesome thing about this car.
Yeah, and we've got Skunk 2 weighted gear knob. That makes it feel a bit more Type R-y.
It does.
Even though it's not.
Even though driving wise definitely doesn't feel Type R-y at the moment.
But I must have to say, big thank you to a chap called Harry. I think he's had some dealings with his cars in the past. He confirmed that the spoiler is a genuine logo spoiler.
Wicked.
Because we did say in the last video, I thought it was of a Starlet.
Yeah, it could be. It could have been.
It could have been.
Yeah.
But no, it's confirmed. It's definitely OEM.
Yeah.
So we've got a full original OEM logo body kit, which is hen's teeth.
Yes.
And probably made from hen's teeth.
Quite possibly. And I'm definitely not looking to try and score a cheap Toyota Starlet so I can recreate the JDM one that my wife had at one point. I'm definitely not doing that.
Well, you want a logo, don't you?
Well, yeah, I mean, or
a Starlet. Your way.
Imagine if I got a cheap Starlet.
Yeah. Are they 1.3?
1.3, yeah.
We could have some little
Exactly. Are
they the same horsepower as a Starlet, a bit more upgraded?
I think a Starlet's a little bit quicker, but we're talking a little bit. It depends, and it would be a 3-door.
So it'd be it'd probably more or less driver's ability, where I'd like to think I would pip you.
Yeah, maybe you would. I mean, I'm the quicker driver. Whatever.
He breaks the law more.
Don't say that yet. You big twat. Nino. Anyway, so as first try videos go, yes, this didn't contain a hell of a lot of information, but it does give you a slight experience of how the Honda logo feels relatively unmodified when you're taking it rather than thrashing it round some country lanes.
God knows what one without the lowering springs feels like.
Christ.
And on the original 13-inch wheels. Because we've got 15s on, and they're nice and wide, and we've got 20mm spaces, so that should help. So God knows what standard one.
Terrifying.
Leave your comments below and let me know what a standard one feels like.
100%, yeah.
Because if this is a little bit modded and aimed to handle well, God, God forbid.
Factory standards. Jesus. Anyway, we hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, then please subscribe, turn on notifications, find us on social media. And until the next time, I've been me, you've been you, Ed's been Ed, there's the dog.
I'm definitely not holding no while driving Cookie.
No, that's not dangerous. And well done for that. You haven't signed off as yet.
No, but I did that.
Oh, fair enough. Okay. Hey!